This might be the one that cancels me. But lock in. I'm gonna teach you how to stand up to your parents. Respectfully. You are an adult everywhere except around your parents. The moment they disapprove, you become that little kid again. You panic, you overexplain, you lie, or you completely change your entire decision. And not because you don't know what you want, but because you never learned how to disappoint your parents without feeling like you were abandoning yourself. Let me be clear. Standing up to your parents does not mean overpowering them. It means learning how to stand up to them without handing over your adulthood. Enough small talk. We're going to use 3 big steps. Lock in, decide, communicate, enforce. First, you got to decide. Before you actually speak to your parents, you need to know what actually belongs to you. Because see, as a child growing up, your parents were responsible for making every single decision for you. But as you grow older and you become an adult, the roles change. They can advise you, warn you, disagree with you, but they cannot live your life for you. So I want you to ask yourself this very important question. Am I genuinely asking for advice, or am I asking for permission to live my life? Yo, that kind of rhymed. That was a bar. At some point, a lot of adults would find themselves asking, is it okay if I move out? When they already decided to move out. But you need to understand, when you ask your parents questions like that, you make them think that this is a decision that is still negotiable. So moving forward, when you want to talk, you literally let them know. You say this: I wanted to let you know that I'm going to do this. I know that you may have some concerns, and I'm willing to hear them, but I've made my decision because I believe this is right for me. That is clarity. That is not disrespect. It is clarity. Do not present a decision as a question if it is no longer a question, but a decision you've made. Second, you got to communicate. This is where a lot of people mess up. Like really mess up. Because when you talk to your parents, the moment they get upset with you, this is where you start trying to remove their discomfort. You explain for 40 minutes. You defend every single little detail. You start negotiating a decision they already made. But standing up to your parents means allowing them to feel some disappointment. Let them feel that you do not like that thing. Because they are allowed to be disappointed. They are allowed to be upset. They are even allowed to think that you're making a mistake. You are not required to reorganize your entire life just to stop them from feeling uncomfortable with your decisions. For example, you choose a career that they do not approve of. And then the famous thing, you know, that they always say this: after everything I've done for you, do not insult them. Do not scream, do not disagree, and most importantly, do not collapse. Hold your ground, because I want you to say this: I understand this is not what you wanted from me, and I'm grateful for everything you have done, but I still need to make the decision that I believe is right for my life. Gratitude to a person does not require a lifelong surrender to them. You can appreciate and show gratitude for what your parents have done for you, and you can still disagree with what they want. Both things can exist. Third, you have to enforce. Sometimes the problem is not that your parents do not understand your boundary. The problem is that they know you will not follow through. They're practically calling you a bitch. You say something like, please stop yelling at me. And they continue. And you stay in the conversation. You say, I don't want to talk about my relationship. And then they keep asking, they keep pressuring you, and you eventually tell them everything. That teaches them, in fact, that teaches anyone, that your boundary is just a preference. So instead of saying, you need to respect me, you can't do this to me, you literally say this: I'm willing to talk about this, okay? But if I'm going to be shouted at, insulted at, I'm going to end the conversation and we can try again later. And then actually end it. Leave the room, hang up the phone, stop responding. And see, now you're not going to do this to punish them. You're not going to do this to manipulate them. Because a boundary is not asking your parents to change. It is deciding what they have access to and what they don't have access to. Now, I know a lot of people are going to sit here and think, oh my God, I couldn't do that with my parent. The only reason you think you can't do it is because you've taught them and you've taught yourself that your boundary is a preference. Therefore, there's room for negotiating. Lock in. Your boundaries are not up for discussion. Enforce them. I want you to please understand this, okay? Standing up to your parents does not mean they are evil. It doesn't mean they never sacrificed for you. They probably did. It does not mean they stopped loving you or they don't love you. It just means that loving is not enough to erase yourself. Respecting a person does not mean obedience forever. And keeping the peace does not exist if the peace only exists when you shut up. Also, for crying out loud, you need to say less. You literally need to stop talking too much. The more you over-explain something, the more your boundaries start sounding like an invitation for someone to debate with you. You know, if you keep talking, they're literally going to keep talking back. That's how conversations work. And this is not up for a conversation. If they're literally pressuring you into something or for some sort of information, literally, this is the playbook. I love you, but I'm choosing to keep this part of me private. I'm choosing to do this for myself. If I need your advice, if I need help, I will ask you. It's clear, it's kind, it's respectful, and it's finished. No more. Okay, I've said a lot, but there is one important exception. If you live with your parents, you depend on them financially, or speaking up could threaten your housing, your education, finances, or even physical safety. Standing up may need to be strategic. Quietly build your independence. You save your own money. You create your own support outside the family. And most importantly, you choose the right moment. Because see, courage does not mean putting yourself in unnecessary danger. Standing up sometimes happens privately, up until the point where you no longer need permission to do things. So let's run it back one more time, okay? I want you to remember this. Decide what belongs to you. Communicate it without disguising it as a request, and enforce what happens when the conversation becomes disrespectful. Your parents may still disagree. Okay, they will. They may still be disappointed, and they may need time to adjust into the adult you are becoming. And all of that is okay. Because growing up is not the moment your parents start agreeing with every single decision you make. It is the moment their disapproval stops controlling the decisions you make. As always, I'm Cam. I'll see you in the next one.